coming past the Marshal post, we actually get a blue flag. Are we gonna be slow this session? Is there a very quick driver we can learn from? We will have to wait and see. But hello everyone, welcome back to the third heat from the Kartfabrique. We are the first one on track, where we weren't last week and we were kinda disappointed. We are now first on track and we're gonna try to warm the tires without losing too much time to the person behind and getting a blue flag. And it's not gonna be on the first lap, that blue flag that you saw in the intro. So we're gonna see what happens when we reach that. For now, just trying to get some heat into the tires, the third and final heat, and we're gonna try to get into the low 52s. We set quite a decent 52.3 I believe last heat, and that means we have been getting quicker and quicker, and this is a very fun track, very technical, especially this section we are going into now with the rights and the left and trying to catch as much speed. And then on the left here there has been some accident because we see a yellow flag. We're gonna wait a little bit and not go across the line as quickly as we can, so they have time to finish that yellow flag, and then we can set a quick lap without having to drive slowly because of that yellow flag. From now on I will be trying to set more goals from myself instead of just be quicker, set a quick lap. I am gonna try to be learning every session. Now that means that it might not be the full idea that I have in my head as I'm recording this, because I have recorded some sessions in between, but I definitely am going to be trying to have more goals to get better and better at karting. Unfortunately in 2026 I haven't been able to go as much as I wanted, but as soon as I can get more track time we will definitely be learning quite a bit more, as we already have overtaken the first person here, the first bit of traffic, and we have 10 laps in total and we're only on lap 2, so 8 more timed laps in this session, and this is gonna be a quite decent lap. Although we had that traffic, it does look like very good alliance here through this lap. The goals that I will be setting myself will be of course told when the video comes out, as I will make sure they are fitting for that track and for that session, depending on if we have driven there a session before and what we have learned from that. So they will be evolving goals, which is very nice, as our first clean lap here, a 52.8. That is quite a good lap time, already almost the same lap time as we had last session. And you can see that having clear air at the start of a session really does help, because you can get into a flow and have a few good laps before you get the first real bit of traffic, as I believe the guy that we overtook early on actually was the person that caused the yellow flag, was spun around and therefore on their own, as we are now approaching the first bit of real traffic. But we will see, maybe we can get past quick, not have our lap impact going through the double hairpin. We are very quick down the inside and we get past, but we hit the apex there and we lost quite a bit of time, so we decide to go wide and make sure we get a good entry for the next lap. And as we go across the line, a 53.7, so 9/10 slower, so not that great. And then through the right hander you can see me look up because I made a mistake there. I actually had a slide there, cost me a little bit of time, and that means this lap isn't going to be great either, but we'll see what we can do and if we can set a decent lap time here. And now going through the back end of this circuit, as you can see it is in a factory, it's an old factory, that's why it's called the Kartfabrique. Of course it's really fun, real kind of open outside kart feeling instead of feeling like an indoor track, even though it is indoor and they have a roof, so if it rains you can still go karting. It does quite feel outdoorsy, which is very good. And going through the end of this lap, we have seen on the left there is quite a bit of traffic coming up, so hopefully we'll catch them at the right moment, as we make a mistake again through the left hander there, again a bit of a slide, a 52.7, so the best lap we have set this session. But that slide made sure that our exit wasn't that great, and now right in front of us car 24, we really have to slow down, and only by the right hander we can get through, and that has definitely cost us half, maybe even a full second. We had to fully brake there to make sure not to slam into the back of that car, and that cost us a bit of time there. But we do have a little bit of clear air, so we still try to push for the rest of this lap. Now we are already approaching our fastest lap. The next lap is going to be our quickest lap. I'm just gonna have you enjoy it with some music because it's a really good lap. It's going to be a 52.0, so very quick for this lap, especially when there's this much traffic in front. We overtake someone there and then we see someone else. Let's see if we can overtake them quickly on our quickest lap. They actually slide and we go around the outside, and now the quickest lap, here we go. Here we go. So there we go, going across the line a 52.035. Since we haven't been able to get into a rhythm and have had a lot of traffic, quite a good lap. New cards, of course, which might be quicker, might be a bit slower. I don't know what the difference is between the old cards. Depends also on tire age and other things like the warmth of the track. It is quite a hot day, so that might play a role as well. But now we'll have a lot of traffic. The guy in front is going to get a blue flag. Kart 33 looking to the left, looking to the right, but there's not quite enough room to get past right now, and we actually go around the outside there. I've never been able to make a move there, so that is the first time ever I've made a move like that, and a really good move. Then someone threw the double hairpin there, actually spun around. That was a quick overtake. We do have a bit of free air, but not that much, and it might be just enough clear air to get a clean lap, but we also could catch them halfway through the lap, just depending on how quick they are. My lines are looking better and better, so that is very good. Unfortunately, not enough laps and not enough clean laps to use that to set a better time than that 52.0. On a good day, especially a day without traffic, I'll definitely be able to go beneath the 52s, so we will have to come back to this track and try to improve on that PB. But now going through the left, and we have some traffic. One card, we try to go around the outside, but we notice we won't get enough room and we would hit the barrier. Try the same move we tried last lap, but we can't quite manage it, and now go down the inside of two cars at the same time. Quick overtake there, but that has cost us a lot of time just being stuck there, getting blocked a little bit even though we were alongside, and being smart enough to not be put into that wall, just back out. And now we're gonna try to set up a lap by going wide, but the person behind me puts it down the inside. We're now side by side, compromised going into turn one. We try to take it full speed, hit the wall on the outside, and then we get a blue flag because we are now kind of holding up the person behind us. But through this left right and then another left right section, we can actually open up that gap, meaning the guy behind us actually is far enough away that we don't get a blue flag. We do hit the steering wheel there, because that is another precious lap that has gone, that we won't be improving. And the last lap is coming up. The next lap is actually our final flying lap, just the in lap after that. Time is flying by, and this does look very good. So if we didn't mess up the beginning of the lap, we might have improved on that 52.0. Very bad from me that we didn't make the most of it. So now we're gonna slow down at the final sector of this track, trying to get as much space as possible to try to set a quick lap. We'll go wide as well to make sure we have everything that we can to get a quick lap in a 58.5. A very slow lap, of course, when you slow down this much. And now we're gonna be pushing. Hopefully no one in front, no traffic, no slow person in front. This does look quite good, getting close to the apexes and carrying quite a lot of speed there. But through this section, actually we are catching up massively. Going through the hairpin, there's just 4 people in front fighting and losing time, and we do also have a yellow flag right in front of us, so we can't overtake the traffic. Kart 37 in front, and now again the yellow flag being waved. Someone probably spun around facing the wrong way, and if we go and look at the person, they are there on the left. They have actually hit the wall quite hard, facing the wrong way. The marshal helping them out, so good work from the marshal. We now go green and we can go racing again, but this is going to be our in lap after this, so that means we can do some overtakes, but we won't improve on our lap time. And if we go across the line, it's actually going to be a 1 minute 2 second lap time, very slow, which of course is logical with the yellow flag. We now overtake one car there on the left, sticking behind Kart 37, just managed to get past as they have a bit of contact. Kart 37 is going to get his own blue flag, looks behind and sees me, and then on the left hand he's going to let me through even before the hairpin. Still, it won't matter for our lap time, as this is our in lap, which we only find out after the next marshal post. Doing quite well, hitting the apexes really well actually, and trying to get as much speed as possible. We see the marshal waving his yellow flag and actually also signaling for us to slow down. We give him a thumbs up to show we are slowing down. Hit the steering wheel in frustration though, as I do think we had a quicker lap in us this day. But thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below what you thought my lap time should have been this session, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Next week we will be going to Team Sport Utrecht for another memory event. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.